not too sure about the residencies of two of the candidates. I thought Andrew Olstein was South African. So, you know, on the basis of where the home is where the heart is, could Andrew tell me where he lives? And I believe Andrew's married as well. And obviously, you know, if his heart is at home, then that's probably where his wife is. And I'd like to ask the same questions of Christian Boppie as well, please.
Is that a question for Andrew or for Nomcom?
It's a question for the two candidates.
Okay.
One is Andrew, the other is Christian.
Okay. Andrew?
Hi, Mark. I live in Africa. I was born in Africa, I was bred in Africa, and under African skies will I die. But in terms of actual country borders, I currently reside in Kenya, and yes, I am married to a Kenyan, and I have a Kenyan son.
Okay, thank you. First of all, it seems to me that Mark has more information than I do. I hold the Congolese passport, and I'm a resident of Republic Democratic of Congo. Let's face the fact. For me, I believe in education. I went to Singapore to do my PhD, and I spent some time in Congo, some in Singapore for my PhD, because I believe in education and come and help my people. If people think the education, okay, and secondly, to build Africa, we need well-educated people. And just now, I think I will finish my PhD within less than 2 months. I finished writing my thesis, and that's I'm here. Otherwise, I'll be in the US enjoying my money. But I'm here to help my people. Thank you.
I'm sorry, you haven't answered the full question. Are you married? No, I want, sorry. I want to know where your heart is. I want to know, what is the question? Where do you go home to?
Excuse me, community. Is a question for the candidate?
No, it should not be accepted. It shouldn't be accepted. Let's pass on that question.
Hello. I think I'm the one in charge here. You can go. Hello. The status or marital status is not part of the criteria for a board of director, so I rule you out of order. Thank you. Yes, Marcos?
My question is directed to, or my questions and remarks are directed to Andrew Aston. You know, in his submissions, he talked about financial stability, accountability, and then, well, he claims to be, well, I'll get back to that one. When you look at the financial stabilities, I would say it is simply an artificial stability. When he was assuming office...
I want to rule you out of order. If you want to say that, I think you should have said that during the presentation of the financials.
Well, he said it here, so allow me to talk about it.
You should have raised that issue during financials.
Well,
and
he is campaigning, and he talked about it. So why you don't want me to talk about it?
I think you should have raised that issue when they were presenting financials. I rule you out of order for that question. Do you have any other question? Go ahead.
Thank you. He's talking about financial stability. I'm saying that's not financial stability because it's an artificial. The reason is when you maintain the due collection at the status when he was assuming office and managed to make sure that things are done right and then we got the stability, then I agree. But now he should come and prove to me that what I've said is not an artificial stability. That's the first point. Second, he talked about accountability. Just to disprove him and then get back to it. We don't have accountability in Afrinic. As a matter of fact, we don't know how our resources are used, and he's part of those who campaign against the audit policy. If I'm lying, you should come and prove it. And the third one, he admitted that he made so many mistakes, but he failed to admit that he's disruptive and moreover, notoriously disrespectful. I want him to come and disprove me wrong. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think I had closed the queue for questions. I will take online. The questions from Marcus. Can I ask the board chair, who are the people in charge of audit committee on the board?
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, Chair Nomcom. Andrew Alston is the chair of the audit committee. Christian Bob is also a member of the audit committee. Sheung Ojedeji and Abibu, that was the former one. Let me just say for clarity, any statement made by any board member in the course of board activity update is a statement made by the board. That person is just a mouthpiece. And if any question is directed at the board, which is not a statement made during campaigns, I stand to answer that question, unless by my discretion I ask that board member to answer. I will not allow my responsibility be taken away from me. I am responsible for what I'm responsible for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. However, some statements were made during the campaign or when Andrew was talking to the community. So maybe he should answer for himself.
If anybody made a statement that is personal, that should have been collective responsibility, let that person face the fire they started.
Okay, so I will have Andrew answer those questions in 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay, 1 minute. Firstly, as I stated in my presentation, everything that was done collectively as the board, and I simply contributed towards that. But the fact is, what I said in 2014 would happen has happened in 2017. Secondly, on the issue of accountability, Marcus, I say this to you. The board collectively proposed 20 special resolutions to this community to enhance the governance of Afrinic. This community chose to vote down 17 resolutions, 17 out of 20 that were recommended by the law and everything else. So if this community wants accountability when they're offered it, it's time for this community to take it. And then when I said, you said I was disruptive, you know what? I agree. And I said it in my presentation. I am a lightning rod. I am controversial. But I'll also say that I deliver on what I promise. I deliver. That's all I've got to say.
Okay, Combs.
Okay, this is from SM. He thanked the member for his kind word, and he said, I wrote 3 RFCs.
Thank you. We have, are you standing by the microphone? You are also standing by the microphone. You are too far from the microphone.
I am now. I'm close now.
Okay, please.
Okay. My name is Andrew. I'm a community member. My question is directed to Andrew Alston in regards to the recent comments I've been reading on the community list. basically his personal character in terms of us viewing him in the community. What is he going to do about it? I've also heard about rumors that he's been threatening some of the board members with legal action, which I'm not sure if it's true. Those are
Thank you,
rumors, so
thank
I'd
you,
like him
thank
to
you,
address
thank
that.
you. Rumors. We don't want rumors here. Okay, your question before.
Yes, my name is Benjamin Shen. I'm from Ghana, and my question is also to Andrew. During his campaign speech, if I can put it that way, he mentioned that this continent is actually divided based on geographic and linguistic barriers. And what beats my mind was that there are other IRRs in the region that have more linguistic and cultural barriers than Africa. So can he explain to us how he poses to solve this problem, or what are the other reasons why we seem to have this divide, or how the country is so divided that yeah.
Are you done? Or
yes, so I'm done. Basically, he said that one of the problems with that this community is divided based on linguistic, Anglophone, African, Anglophone and Francophone and other geographical barriers. And I'm saying that there are other regions in this world, or the other IRRs, who are more linguistic divisions, yet they are more united.
Thank you.
So, well, yes. So can he, as a board member, how does he intend to solve this problem?
Thank you. Andrew, is that microphone working? So that I can quickly rule you out.
Yeah, microphone works. On the first question as to my character, as I say once again, I've delivered. Yes, I've been a lightning rod. Yes, I'm controversial. I can try and rein that in, but at the same time, I'm here to deliver and to do what's best for the organization. If my character presents a problem to you in that regard, so be it. If it's weakening Afrinic to the point where another candidate is stronger, vote for them. Please, vote for the best interests of Afrinic. But beyond that, I don't have anything more to say. And I'm not going to respond to unsubstantiated rumors either. With regards to the second question, which is far more fundamental about the divides on this continent, as I said in my speech, I don't know what the solutions are to healing a divide that I think is so deep. I stood in Mauritius, and in Mauritius, not one, but 3 different people raised that issue at the microphone about the divides in this community. And they've been there since before I was around. They'll be there probably after I'm gone. It's about working together, however. It's about the fact that particularly in the policy process where it becomes most obvious, people need to start looking at the content of the policies, not at the authors.
Okay,
it's
thank you.
That's simple.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. At this stage, I'm going to hand over to Elcom to do the election proper. Thank you.
Thank you, Wale. So we shall proceed to the next part, which is the voting. So we have the online voting platform that is still open, and it will close as soon as the last paper ballot in this room has been cast. Everybody that is eligible to cast a paper ballot would have received it already and has it with them. There are two ballot boxes in front. The ballot box on your left will be used for casting ballots for the board election, and the one on the right, to your right, will be used for casting the ballot for the governance committee seat. Those that have their paper ballots, please move forward and cast them right now. Remember, To your left, that's the board election ballot box, and to your right, that's the governance committee ballot box. After we have cast the ballots, our friends that assisted us in the morning will, as always, come right up front, and we do the tallying. And at the same time, the e-voting platform will also be used to unlock the e-votes, and the results on there will be combined with what we tally here and announce the final vote. So e-voting will close as soon as the last paper ballot in this room has been cast. Thank you, and may the voting begin.